Hey guys, Avery here. Today we are going to be playing NBA 2k19, and with that we are going to be doing MyLeague Expansion. I have already created a team. We've also entered a team as well. As y'all can see that is here. We are going to be the Anchorage Lumberjacks. I've seen a lot of different ones on YouTube. A lot of people don't use Alaska, and I thought it'd be kind of a cool, different little place to use. And I will make sure that I put the information for the guy that made the logo in the description below. We are also going to be having the Nashville Stars as well as our Eastern team as the counterpart. I lived in Nashville for a little bit, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to add them in as well. So that is what we were going to be doing, and I tried to make it as close as possible as I could, but the Warriors ended up winning over the Raptors. So all your Warrior fans out there, y'all got a title. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on in this, and it's gonna be the off season. We're gonna go through the retirement and see who's retiring. So it looks like Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Terry, Zach Randolph, Joe Johnson, Richard Jefferson, Dwayne Wade, Udonis Haslam, Manu Ginobili, Devin Harris. There's a couple guys on here that, you know, were big stars at one point, and I think I'm going to keep Dwayne Wade in for a year, not let him retire yet because he's still playing, and I'm thinking I'm going to let everybody else retire. Vince Carter seems like he's been in the league forever. He's 42, so I think it's time for him to retire, and Dirk is an absolute superstar, so he's done his, and we are going to go to the Hall of Fame. If y'all haven't played this game, it's really great. I kind of caught on late. I know 2020 is about to come out, but I wanted to be able to start an expansion, and then I will move it over into 2020 and do one on there as well. But the off season is really cool. It's really set up a really good way, and I like to see just how much depth they put into this game. I haven't played a lot of the 2K. I'm usually more of an NCAA football and Madden person, and I will get those going at some point too. This is a long time in the making. I've been wanting to do videos for quite some time, and I think this is a good one to kind of jump into. It's a lot of different complexities and information, and it seems like a lot of you guys enjoy these as well, so that's where we're going to start. So the Hall of Fame, Dirk Nowitzki and Vince, of course. I like to see the jersey retirements. It's kind of cool. You know, it's just as that different level. You know, they retire the jerseys just like real life. It's kind of cool. So Manu and Dirk are the ones there. The league meetings. So we have 1 year until the new CBA. We're going to go ahead and approve the league expansion. We're also, I know another one on here that I'm going to look at. You can replace each one with different things. They have so many different choices. You know, even like eliminating the shot clock, things like that. It's a lot of different information. But we are going to add, let's see here. We are going to add that they are eligible when they're 18, because that is pretty much going into effect as we speak. So they don't have to go to college anymore. They can come straight out of high school. And with it being 1 year into the new CBA, I think we're going to wait and until next year. So that's the only two that we're going to accept this time. And then I am going to go over here. I was the Hornets during the regular season. That's one of my favorite teams. I know they suck, but it is one of my favorite teams, and I've been a fan of them for quite some time. So we are the Anchorage Lumberjacks. So welcome to our MyLeague expansion. It's going to be a long journey, but it's going to be fun. I think a lot of you guys are going to like this. You know, I did do real life for this one with the draft just passing, so Zion, Ja, RJ, you know, people like that are actually going to be in the draft. And then the next couple seasons, we're just going to do generated rookies. I just wanted some of that, the realness to it, but I also want to develop actual players. I like seeing the made up players that they do. It just kind of adds to the universe, and you know, there's fan favorites all the time, so I think it's kind of cool. That way you kind of get attached to these people. So the league realignments right now, they have us with the Denver Nuggets, Oklahoma, Minnesota, and Portland. I kind of like that one. I think it fits. You know, we're right up there on the coast, and then Nashville has fit in with Memphis, Atlanta, Charlotte, Orlando, and Nashville. But I think I am actually going to put them up here and put the Bucks down here, and that makes it more even. So that is what we are going to do with that one, and everything looks great there, guys. So we're going to move on to the draft lottery, and it looks like the Knicks have the biggest chance to get the number 1 pick. The Hornets have the number 2 chance. We also, I know they pretty much make it to where you either get the 4th or 5th pick on your first season, so we're going to go through this and kind of let it play out. So the Spurs get number 16, and the Wizards get number 15, and it's really kind of cool to see, you know, the draft lottery and, you know, the chances. I've played a couple seasons getting ready for the MyLeague Expansion as the Heat get number 14, and I've seen some picks from like 13 and 12 jump all the way up to number 1 and be able to grab. So it's like you never know what really is going to happen, but it's definitely, you know, really kind of cool to see how it all plays out. So the Nets pick up the 13th pick, and y'all know that the Celtics have quite a few picks along with the Atlanta Hawks this season. They have a lot of first round picks. So my biggest thing in this draft is going to be trading down and trying to acquire as many picks as I can, because I believe this is a good draft to be able to acquire a lot of players, as the Celtics picked up number 12 and number 11. So I think we're going to, you know, acquire a lot of different players that way, as well as when we do the draft from next season, we're going to kind of build on our superstars as well. And the Celtics pick up number 9, and the Pelicans pick up number 10. So the Celtics get 9, 11, and 12. That is, you know, they're just going to rebuild their entire roster. So they're going to be somebody that we're definitely going to have to look out for in the next couple years. As the Hawks pick up number 8, and it looks like the Detroit Pistons will get number 7. So we're getting around the spot where we're going to come in now, as it looks like the Atlanta Hawks are going to pick up the number 6 seed, or the number 6 seed, the number 6 pick. So looks like we will be getting the number 4 pick, as Nashville Stars pick up number 5. So I'm really kind of excited to see who is going to get this number 1 pick. You know, will the New York Knicks pick up Zion Williamson? You know, they couldn't do it in real life. Maybe they'll be able to do it in this MyLeague Expansion. So we will definitely see what happens as the Hornets pick up number 3. So that means that someone has jumped ahead of the Hornets because they had the 2nd overall chance, and it looks like the Knicks will not get Zion Williamson. They'll get the number 2 pick, so they even get screwed out of it on this one. And it looks like the Suns are going to pick up the number 1 overall pick with one of the lower chances. That is going to be a very scary team, with Ayton and Booker and now Zion Williamson. That is they are definitely building for the future. So they're definitely going to be one of our people that we are gonna play in a full game and kind of see how we match up with them, because they're going to have a couple of superstars. So we will definitely be jumping into it, as that kind of concludes our draft lottery. We have the number 4 pick. Again, guys, I am going to try and get a superstar, but if I can't and I can acquire some more picks, I will trade down. So we are going to exit and go to our staff signing. And as you can see right now, all the contracts have expired. These guys are not the greatest. A lot of C's, and you know, we're just a new team, so we're just going to clear house and, you know, offer some new people. They're not going to be the best candidates for the job, but we're definitely going to offer the best for us. And the head scout and the trainer are the two that I'm going to focus on the most and try and get the best guys, because they're going to be the ones that, you know, bring our new talent into the expansion. So, you know, right here, Sean Lee, he has a B on training and an A on potential. 4 years for 187,000. You know, I think that's a good offer. I'm definitely going to make him an offer. I like to give 2 offers out just in case. So Nicholas Foster, you know, I think he's another good candidate with a B training and a potential. I'm going to offer him as well, and they are both fairly cheap. So we're going to move on to the head scout, and this is where it definitely matters. QB Gooding, you know, AA, I would definitely like to see this guy on our team, but I think I would have to offer him some more money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get him, because I believe this would help us out. So 4 years at 275, I really think that's a good offer. And there's some other really good choices like Connor Lee, you know, Dean Wesley. Sorry guys, I'm trying to be able to pronounce the names. I have some issues with the names sometimes, so just bear with me. Let's see here. How about we go with Connor Lee? He only has 5, and it looks like I might be able to get him fairly cheap. We're gonna go with 225. I don't want to give too much because we're definitely going to be focusing on our head coach and assistant coach. We don't want to get somebody that's not going to be great. I'm going to go with the head coach first and kind of look. You know, Greg Popovich is definitely, and it's been around. He can definitely guide our team, but I don't think he's somebody that is going to be able to lead the Lumberjacks. You know, we're in the small town of Anchorage. I believe when I was setting the team up, it was like 14 popularity. It was like 14 across the board. So Jacob Underwood, he has no offers. I think he would definitely be good, especially with the A+ potential. So, and he's a defensive system, so that's always a good thing. And then we have Owen Taylor, Oliver Gordon. You know, there's a couple different good choices. I think Logan Schmidt would be good, so I'm going to offer him maybe a 3-year deal, and then I am going to also offer Jacob Underwood a 3-year deal as well. So that is definitely going to be our head coach options, or at least our first tier head coach options. I like the A+ potential. I like to develop a lot of different people, so that's what we're going to do today. And then with the assistant coach, you know, Trent Peterson, he's A, B-, and a B, and then it just kind of goes from there. Owen Taylor doesn't really have a lot. He's balanced. And, you know, Ryan Williams, he's decent. So I think we are going to go with, oh, wow, okay. How about this guy? How about Blount? So we're going to go with him. We're going to offer him a 3-year deal as well. Maybe give him a little bit more money. So I know he's only got 1 offer from us. And then Benjamin Walker. Maybe I should have offered him as a head coach. So maybe he'll be our second option if all else fails. And Daniel Spencer, B-, B-, and A-. I'm going to offer him because he doesn't have any offers as well, and I think I could kind of get him a little bit cheaper. And let's see, give him a 2-year deal. You know, we don't want to tie it up too much, and there might be some better options down the road. All right, so assistant GM, I mean, there's just so many different options here, guys. That's one of the great things about this game. There's so many different options. You can really develop your own kind of story each time you do this, and I think that's kind of why this was a great series for us to first start off on my channel, so that we can kind of develop our different storylines. And Dylan Moore, it looks like he's a pretty good guy. B's across the board. Nobody's offered him yet. You know, let's give him a 3-year deal. Maybe he'll take it up, maybe he won't. If he don't, it's okay. Logan Mills, he's obviously the most sought after guy. I don't think we're going to be able to get him, so I'm not even going to offer it. And then I don't want to expend too much money out to where I'm not going to get somebody that I really want. So I think Noah Vincent, he gives a B-, and Robert Mills, they're both kind of the same guy. Oh wait, Thomas Spencer, so he's got one offer, he's got an A-. Let's give him a 3-year deal of 400. And Robert Mills or Noah Vincent. Let's go with Robert Mills. It looks like he's good. I might be able to get him a little bit cheaper. So we're gonna go ahead and see what happens. Looks like everybody is still mulling over and got some tentative deals out there, but nobody accepted yet, so we're just gonna go ahead and go on through. And it looks like Benjamin Moore has accepted our assistant GM, and I think I'm going to go ahead and sign him because it looks like Dylan Moore picked up quite a few more offers, and we're Benjamin Moore's only offer. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign him. Robert Mills, he's going to sign on as well. Thomas Spencer, it doesn't look like he's picked up a couple more offers as well. So again, guys, you know, it's only, I could always replace these guys, but I think I'm definitely going to go ahead and, you know, sign the people that they want to be here. If you guys want to be here, you're definitely coming. You know, and I think we picked up one of the best trainers we could. You know, A potential, B training. So Nicholas Foster, he's going to sign as Sean Lee declines. And it looks like Cuba rejected us, and it looks like Connor Lee rejected us as well. So both head scouts rejected our offers. That's fine. We will move forward in a different way. So Daniel Spence has signed on a 2-year deal as our assistant, and you know, Blount, he declined us, but you know, Spencer was a good consolation prize as he has the A- potential. So we're going to go down. Head coach Logan Schmidt, he declined us as well. And it looks like Jacob Underwood is going to sign on with us. So it looks like we have quite a few holes filled up, but it looks like we can't sign them. So I'm going to have to decline Jacob Underwood. Maybe I can get him a different deal and see what happens, because still no one's really wanting him right now. Let's see if I can't drop it down to 3 million without him completely getting pissed off with us and not wanting anything to do with us. So we're going to give him a $3 million deal for 3 years. And it might be that I have to take one of these assistant coaches and turn them into a head coach. As you know, as you see, Oliver Gordon, he would be a choice too. B, B-, and A-. And then we also have Ryan Williams. Oh, Logan Schmidt. Grit and grind. So I know he turned us down. We have Lucas, which is just awesome. So how about we turn an assistant head coach or assistant coach into a head coach with Otis Newman. Let's see. Let's give Owen Taylor a shot. We'll give him a 2-year deal. You know, not a lot of money to offer right now, but we're definitely giving him a good deal. And then we have Walter Forrest. He seems to be the best one left. And then Dean Blount, again, assistant coach. I don't think he's going to take head scout, especially after he's moved up. So let's look. Hal Olson, looks like he doesn't have anybody. Let's go ahead and offer him B-, not the greatest, but it's going to be something that we can kind of build on and, you know, give a year or two and kind of see what's still out there. So Dash Jones, I definitely want to jump in with Dash Jones. That sounds like an awesome name. Let's give him a little bit more money, 175, and let's see what happens. So it looks like Dash Jones has signed on with us, which is great. We kind of filled that spot. the head coach. We get our man Jacob Underwood, $3 million a year. Gave him less money and was able to sign him, so it's awesome. So that fills out our staff. It looks like we definitely upgraded from the C's across the board, and we have a lot of new people in here as well that kind of acquired different spots. So that's one of the cool things about this game. They really show the different complexities of the NBA and everything. So we're going to go and jump into the NBA draft. As you can see, they just kind of go through everybody. At this point, we all know who's good. We all know who's, is pretty decent. Like I said, 2020 is about to come out, so I'm sure quite a few of you have played this one. I just acquired a PS4, so I'm going back and playing a lot of the games that I missed over the past 5 or 6 years. So we are going to go to our pre-draft workouts. We have the number 4 pick, so of course Zion Williamson is not going to be there at number 4. I have seen RJ Barrett slip down a couple times. Jay Moran, I don't think he's going to be there as well. DeAndre Hunter, he definitely is going to be somebody that I'm looking at, so I want to bring him in and kind of see where he's at. Tyler Hero, he's been lighting up in the summer league, so I think I'm going to bring him in as well. And I know that I have scouted them 100%, and I know sometimes it's not great to bring people in, and it kind of helps you, especially when they're already been scouted. So I'm going to bring in some people that might not have been scouted all the way through, and then some second round talent as well, because like I said, we will acquire quite a few picks. Jarrett Culver, he's good too. So there's a lot of different options for us. Cam Johnson, I'm going to bring him in. Let's see here. We're just kind of looking for the best overall fit for our team. We're not really looking for anybody that, is specific. Best overall player is probably going to be our best route in the draft this year. Hachimura, I'm going to bring him in as well. And then I have 3 available. Let's go down to the second round at the beginning of it. Eric Paschal, it looks like he is out of Villanova. I'm going to bring him in as well. Jalen Noel, he's at the top of the draft, or the second round. I think I'm going to bring him in too, because we're definitely going to have that first pick in the second round, or somewhere around the top. Kind of looking through Shamari Pons. I'm going to give him our last one. So bringing him in, it looks like, Alexander Walker, he did pretty well, pretty even. Hachimura, it looks like he's pretty good when it comes to short range and medium range. Did pretty decent with the 3-pointers. So definitely going to be somebody that we look at. And Tyler Hero, it looks like he's just all around a shooter, so he kind of reminds me of JJ Redick, and I think if we can, he's more of a person that we're going to look at if we can trade down and acquire a pick like number 6 or 7. DeAndre Hunter, not as good as what I thought he was going to do, so it looks like Cam Johnson mimics his, or almost beats his across the board, except to the moving 3-pointer. So and Cam Johnson's definitely a lower round talent, so I don't see us spending a top 10 pick on somebody that we can get in the 20s and be a little bit better. Jay Noel, definitely short range. It looks like he's going to be a stud. His ceiling is Temple and his floor is Nawabi. It looks like he can be an all-star, so this is definitely somebody we're going to look at as well. Coming out of Washington, he's 21. He's a little bit older than what we want. We want to kind of get some younger aged people to develop, and that's kind of our route that we're going to do. But 21 isn't bad, especially for our first draft. Akapali, it seems like he's pretty decent as well. Eric Paschal, it looks like he's good as well. Especially at the top of the second round, if we can get him there. Shamari Pons looks like he's pretty decent. So not an overall far out there draft class, except the top. If you have the top 3 picks, it's definitely going to be better for you. And then it looks like we have quite a few people that protect the players for the expansion draft. As y'all see, you know, we're not going to get absolute superstar studs that can really truly change this team around in the off season, but we are going to go ahead and jump into the expansion draft. Now with this, the Stars get the #1 pick. They pick Justin Jackson. With this, I'm going to be picking players that I think I can acquire picks with. So some foundation players, but also some players that I can immediately trade for some picks in this draft, because like I said, this draft is pretty loaded. And with the draft just happening, I want players that are, you know, kind of in our face right now that we're all seeing. So definitely going to go ahead and pick up and see what we can do. Nicholas Batum, man, look at that deal. What was Charlotte thinking when they gave him that deal? And it's going to be hard to move him, especially at $25 million. I don't think he's somebody that we're going to look at. But Damian Jones, he's 77 overall. He's 24. He's only $22 million a year. He's a restricted free agent. I think I'm going to pick him up because even if I can't trade him, he's definitely somebody that would help build our team. So he's going to be our first player. Cody Zeller, you know, he's good as well. I don't know if I could trade him for a first-round pick or not. So I'm definitely looking to see. There's so many different options here, guys. So comment down below. Let me know which players you all start your expansion draft off with. You know, who do you go through and make sure you acquire? I'm from Kentucky, so I do like some of the Kentucky guys, but I don't solely focus on them. So I'm going to pick up Cody Zeller because I do think I can trade him. He's a little bit older. He's 26, but he's still young, and he has a pretty good contract. So they pick up Jared Vanderbilt, which I didn't need to see. And then they pick up Me Too. So 2 power forwards, which is a very odd thing, but I didn't need to see Jared Vanderbilt. He was young, 20 years old. I probably would have picked him up, and we probably would have been in a power forward, or at least a backup. So we're going to jump back in here. It looks like Brandon Knight is on here, $15 million. I mean, that's just a lot of money, guys. Man, just a lot of money. So we are, but I guess he's somebody that we can kind of trade. I know he's from Kentucky. You know, he's not done too terrible, but he hasn't been the greatest either. He's part of the Cavaliers. Looks like he's averaged 5 points, so I'm going to go ahead and pick him up. Just because I think I could trade him. And then Royce O'Neal, you know, a real cheap contract, 26 years old. Wouldn't be a bad option for us. But let's go down and see if there ain't somebody else. You know, y'all remember Doug McDermott? He was out of Creighton. He was one of those big guys that kind of caught our attention, just kind of like Steph Curry. Averaged 7 points. He's someone that I'm definitely going to be looking at with this pick. I just want to see if there's just, you know, somebody that's younger, somebody that we can kind of go through and adapt to. Skull, it looks like he's 23, 73 overall. I don't want to waste one of the top picks in the expansion draft on him, though. So let's go ahead and pick Doug McDermott. Looks like he can be a good swing forward for us. CJ Miles gets picked up by the Stars, and Felicio gets picked up as well. So let's see here. Jonathan Simmons, shooting guard, 29. Royce O'Neal as well. Again, guys, we're kind of looking to see just people to trade. I don't think I have a power forward. I'm going to pick up Terrence Jones, and then I think I'm going to pick up, let's see, Langston Galloway, 27, 75 overall. Somebody I think I could definitely move and be able to acquire some picks for. They pick up Frank Jackson and Jonathan Simmons. So we are going to pick up Royce O'Neal. He's still there on the draft board. I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. Frank Mason, he's not the best. But what about Ryan Anderson? I know $21 million, that's a lot, but this dude can shoot the threes. Skull, you know, he's young. I don't know if I can move him the way that I would be able to move Anderson per se, but it looks like Anderson's deal's also expired, so I might not be able to trade him before the draft. So how about we pick up Skull and try and move him as well. They pick up Sterling Brown and Frank Mason. I'm just going to pick best available player, you know, kind of pick up. I can't pick up Patrick Patterson. He's older. He's 30 years old. He's one of my favorite Kentucky players, but I just don't, you know, he's been hurt. I know he's a good defender, but I think there's just so much different other options out there. So I'm going to pick up Ryan Anderson. I love a center that could shoot a three. They pick up Jimmer Fredette, and let's see here, Patrick Patterson. So there he goes off the board immediately. Jamario Jones, not bad. Solomon Hill, I know I can trade, but I might only get a second round pick for him. But it looks like we don't have very much options left. So how about we pick up Jamario Jones and we pick up Solomon Hill. And they're going to pick up Theo Pinson and Darius Barantis. So we have 2 more picks. We're just going to pick their best overall people because I believe I can trade them. So Jordan McRae and Botcher are coming to Anchorage, and then Cameron Reynolds finishes out the draft. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of there, and I think I am going to save the NBA draft. And well, you know what, how about we go ahead and do that. I was going to do a whole video on the NBA draft. I think would be kind of cool. I like watching them go. So how about I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Leave in the comment section below some of the better players that y'all found in this NBA draft. Tyler Hero has definitely been one that I found. So he's going to be somebody that I kind of target, but we're going to, you know, let me know in the comment section below who y'all found in the 2019 NBA draft to be some of the better players. We all know Zion's the best one. We all know Ja and or Jay, and everybody else is good as well. So leave in the comment section below, and we will see you next time as we kind of get into the NBA draft. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope that you will join me on this journey as we try and make Alaska have an NBA team. So you guys have a great day, and we will see you later.